Welcome back. In the previous part, we went around the academy, which was just so strange because it's been so long. And the same applies to Trista, so let's get started on that as well. So, Lotte, thank you so much for liberating Trista from the Alliance's control. It was awful. I wish I could do more to thank you, but what I have to offer is this new recipe I just put the finishing touches to. It would make me happy if you shared this with your fellow classmates, though. That's it. I've come up with the final recipe, I think. I think that's the final one. I'll just check. Yeah. Tomato hot pot. It's not pot. Even the upper class students seem relaxed tonight. That's all thanks to you and the brave souls who fought by your side. Indeed it is. I like these lamps, by the way. You can hear them glowing. I don't know how to describe it beyond that. Just seen that smudge of red in the sky right above Rean's head. Probably won't be able to see it on YouTube, but it's like, don't feel that significant. I just noticed it, you know. Here it is. Our old dorm. This is where I first started cooking for myself and where Klein used to give me advice until late into the night. I made a lot of memories here. To be honest, seeing it again is kind of choking me up. So many memories of this place that I'm kind of tearing up seeing it again. It feels so surreal to finally be back. But here we are. It's hard to believe how hard this nostalgia's hitting me. We've only been gone for 2 months. It's a real shame that this war stole away so much of the time we could have spent here. What can you do? It's almost over now, anyway. Of the war. And my part in it. Did you say something? Nah. Just ignore me. I can't wait to get back to life as usual here at the academy. The war's eaten up more than enough of my time already. I want to get a chance to enjoy this place again before I finally graduate. You will. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. I'm so glad to see that everyone here is doing alright. I've been so worried about them. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you, Adios. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling very emotional tonight. Coming this far hasn't been easy, but seeing everyone is exactly what I needed to show me that it was all worth it. I'm so happy to finally have you home, Rosine. I heard something terrible happened in Celtic. You're not hurt, are you? I'm just fine, honestly. Even better after seeing all of you were safe. Yep. We looked out for one another and made sure that nobody did anything too dangerous. We were really worried about these students who disappeared, though. I'm so glad you're okay. Please don't cry. It'll make me all sniffly, too. But I wouldn't see the missing students ever again. I'm really happy you're all okay. Guess what? I helped out in the shopping district here too. Only because Tyson and I asked. Still, I'm very proud of all you for being such hard workers while I was away. I can't believe this day has finally come. Thank you, Adios. Both Kay and Rudy really did their part in helping me out these past few months. It's not to say they didn't cause me trouble when they ordered the wrong number of emergency supplies, but they still worked hard, and that's what counts. We all have achievements to be proud of today. Oh, look at her getting all emotional all of a sudden. She's got tears streaming down her face, but she's still smiling. It's cute as hell. My heart can't take it. Yeah, I suspected you'd be saying the same thing again. That big night thing is super cool. Totally is. You should come and check it out with us, Rosine. The second she comes back, he starts falling all over her again. Still, I guess he has been worried about her for months. I'll let him off this time. Honestly, I'm glad Rosine's okay too. Having everyone back like this feels almost like a dream or something. Maybe it is a dream. Dun dun dun. Hello? I was so relieved to see that Rosine was alright after all. I heard she was trying to do what she could for the people of Celtic after the tragedy occurred there too. I was deeply moved when I first found out. She's the very model of a perfect sister. I can only imagine how comforting Rosine's efforts were for the people of Caldec after all they've been through. I think it might be time for her to move up from an apprenticeship to a full one. She'd be a real credit to the church. She would. It's wonderful to hear the joyful sounds of people reuniting with old friends and rejoicing in their safety. The shadow of war still looms heavy over us, and the sadness it brought to us will never truly be forgotten. But there's no harm in celebrating our current happiness, so let us do just that. Let us give thanks to the goddess for the blessings she has given us this day. And let us pray that the shadows of war and the sadness they bring will soon dissolve in the light. Here I am, back at Thor's and playing the violin. I didn't think it could happen. Oh, we've been through everything we've done. Getting back here all makes it feel worth it. And I'll be playing my part to make this night amazing. I've got high hopes. Can't wait for everyone to gather for our concert tonight. We're all going to work as hard as we can to make sure it's wonderful. Hey, Rean. Having fun? Sure I am. What are you doing playing here, Elliot? Isn't there a mass or something starting soon? Believe it or not, Father Paulo gave the wind orchestra permission to play here today. Mint and Bridget should be here as soon as they've taken care of some other stuff. Sounds like fun. I'll have to stop by and listen if I get the chance. Please do. Hey, Rean, I've stopped time for us. Do you want to check out the dorm together later? I mean, I've got some stuff here to finish up first, but I do want to see it again now that we're finally back. That's an idea. No. No worries, it was just an idea. All these people I'm letting down, it's like, aw. Still, if you change your mind, just let me know. It'd be nicer to wander around with you than doing it alone. Aw. I want to say yes to him, and it's like, no. No, for the Let's Play we have to see Towa, that's the rule. It's the rule. We got, ooh. You would be, oh, she's back.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Straight on it, aren't you? Like, ooh, I could fish, yeah. Have you been okay, Kenny? Sure have. I caught a real rare fish over in the Norcia province. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I want to see. Wow, how'd you catch this? Hold on to your socks, because this is a whale of a tale. See, that one, definitely. Boat one? No. There's nothing like fishing after sunset. Remember our competition right here? The one where we both tried to catch the Guardian? Good memories. Yeah, that was a blast. I've only got bad memories here. My thumb aches. Feels like a lifetime ago at this point. There are all kinds of new fish in here now, too. Get to join me and see what you catch. Man, it feels good to be back in Trista. Even the way the air smells is nostalgic. But I don't know how that would be. You know, I think I'm going to spend the rest of the night fishing right here. Good for you, then.
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Shut up, Rean, about your goddamn fishing. Fish, meh. It's nice to be able to relax and enjoy a drink like this after all this time. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, Melissa. Oh, don't apologize. Must have been through more than enough. I just hope this is the first step towards our normal everyday lives. So do I. Life's been difficult since our town was occupied by the Alliance, but I always knew we'd be rewarded for persevering. There's nothing we can't overcome. We face it together as a family. I wouldn't be able to sit here with my wife if it weren't for you and your friends. So thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. Well, isn't that just delightful? It's like, part of me's like, check upstairs, but it's like, no, I know, like, he's over there, she's down there, there's no one upstairs. There's no one upstairs. No point checking. Hey there, we're open until late tonight, so you can stop by and shop to your heart's content. So much easier doing business now that the Alliance is out of our hair. They needed paperwork for everything. But we managed to hang in there thanks in no small part to Kay of all people helping out. He never would have thought. I'd say that before the war. Guess he's grown up a bit. We didn't have it as rough as the students, of course, but there was still a lot we couldn't do when the Alliance was around. Still, we're free of them now. You guys are back. I'd say all the struggle paid off, wouldn't you? Well, hello. When did I miss that? Body handbook. Alright. Body handbook. After all that turmoil, it's nice to have life back to normal here after so long. I miss being able to go on these walks of mine. They weren't very relaxing or enjoyable with the Alliance around. I owe you students my warmest, most sincere thanks for what you've done for this city. It's only thanks to you that I am able to enjoy my walks again. Oh, I'm glad we could help. Right, you. But your hat's in the way. How did I know I'd find you here? Huh. Joyous towns such as this give off a sweet call for traveling musicians of my elegant caliber. Please, I insist, allow me to volunteer my music to make this a night to remember. As much as I hate to admit it, things do feel a little more high-spirited with him around. It's exactly what I'd say about Phantom Thief B. My dear listeners, I am here to fill this world with love and peace. Allow me to play you a song that will warm your heart and bring a light to this dark night. It's called The World is Full of Love. Oh, you're so gonna be Phantom Thief B, aren't you? I can feel it. Yawn. Someone looks ready for bed. You better head on back to the Courageous. You'd catch a cold if you slept out here. And we need you in fighting shape for tomorrow. Oh, come on. I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm just a little tired. See, I'm as awake as can be. Besides, who wastes a night like this snoozing? After all the work we put into getting back here, we gotta enjoy it. Fair enough, fair enough. Honestly, it's kind of nice to hear that you like this town enough that you're happy to be back. Duh. You're always telling me I'm just as much as part of Class 7 as you are, but this is my home away from home. And it's just nice having a home to come back to, you know? Oh yeah. I'm gonna head over to the academy in a bit to do some adventuring. Do you have any free time later? Oh, you need a second adventure? Not exactly. Just wondering if we could check out our dorm together. I want to take a look around and I think it'd be more fun if you were with me. It might. See, I want to agree with Milliam because it's like, I want to know what she has to tell us. Oh, well, that's okay, I guess. Probably have stuff you want to do too. But if you do feel like a dorm adventure, stop by and let me know. It's like, yeah, I want to see Milliam's. Because it'd be insightful, you know, it'd be intriguing. Stuff to say, all that sort of thing. But, Towa, we'll get to it. It's so nice to hang out again. We haven't talked in forever. We'll have to be sure to go shopping together as soon as this stupid war is over, okay? You gotta promise. Okay, I promise. Oh, how I've missed being able to go on a good shopping spree. Just wasn't the same with all those soldiers around. The chance to unleash my inner shopaholic with Colette again can't come soon enough. It's such a relief to know that Melinda's the same old Melinda. Makes all the work we put into retaking Trista totally worth it. You and Alan have really gotten stronger since I was away. Looks like the war provided you both with ample training opportunities. Pretty sure you could probably still wipe the floor with both of us at once, though. And to be fair, Patrick's gotten a little tougher and a little less of an asshole, too. Just a little. You know, Loggins. There's no harm in giving someone an honest compliment once in a while. I have to admit that I'm still... Alright, so rather upset over losing to your class. Calm down, mate. Over your class. But oh well, today is your day in the sun. Because I can let it slide this once. Patrick was a real... Oh, she's doing it. Patrick was a real piece of shit when I first met him. He's got a little bit better since then. Kinda. Still, looks like we'll be able to leave the club in decent hands now at least. Yeah, there's that consolation, I suppose. Man, cannot believe how long it's been since we were last here. Tonight kinda reminds me of the Academy Festival after party too. Same here, especially because it smells like good business waiting to happen. Just think of all the commemorative sales we could hold if we get this war wrapped up. My wallet's feeling thicker already. Nothing but profits in that head of yours, is there? We've got to put a bow on this war as soon as possible. Becky's doing it now. Just think of a commemorative sales we could hold. Maybe we could even organize some sort of business opportunity over at the Academy again. Never hurts to dream. Hugo never changes, does he? Cannot deny that I'm feeling the urge to open another store like I did during the festival, though. I mean, go for it. May as well. Hey, it's one of Thor's little heroes! Please don't tell me people are calling us that. Sorry, it's just the festive mood talking, pay me no mind. We're all so grateful for what you did. Thanks to you students, we're free. It's a way of saying thanks. Be staying up and late just for you guys. So you want to enjoy yourselves and catch up with your old pals? And we don't want to get in the way of that. That's really nice of you. Thanks. Hard to believe it's been 2 whole months since the day you kids first vanished. It's been a long time coming, but I'm happy you all managed to get back together in one place again. Now get out there and have fun. Energy jelly. Energy jelly. Energy jelly. Jelly that is energy. But also jelly. And energy. It's like an apple gel. From Tails. I wanted to say Trails, it's like, no, that's this. It's like, what the hell is it called? Haven't been able to reach our owner for some time now. Logically, I know he's probably just fine. But I can't stop worrying about him. Hope tomorrow's operation goes well so I can talk to him again. Pretty worried about the operation tomorrow, as I imagine most people are. Please, try to get plenty of rest tonight, where you can, so that you'll be in peak condition for whatever you need to do. But of course. Good old Micked. You're a weird kid, you know that? Everyone's out there celebrating and you're hanging out in a dingy old shop. Dingy. Nice to see the war hasn't changed your attitude, at least. I hear you were gathering information on the war and passing it on to Principal Van Dyck this whole time. I wanted to thank you for that. Well, you gotta do something to kill the time when business is slow, right? Seriously, kid, it was no big deal. What's this I hear about you helping out the Imperial Army with an operation tomorrow? Let me give you a word of advice. Watch your back. Can't stick your hand in a hornet's nest without getting stung. Every action has a consequence. That's very true. I'll be sure to keep that in mind tomorrow. The merchants at Trista have apparently agreed to stay open until late tonight. So, here I am. You guys just watch your back tomorrow. The guys behind this war are real monsters, every last one of them. I think we should inspect the curios. I may as well get them, you know. Anything interesting to trade? So close on getting some more of that. I don't think there's anything really that I need. Mum and Dad will never change. I'm so glad all the scary soldiers are gone, though. I couldn't even play outside when they were here. I love the mood tonight. What'd you say about doing a tour of the town ourselves? Oh, that sounds horrible! That does sound nice. Be just like a date. Oh, I know. Maybe we should wrap ourselves up together in that red scarf again. That might be a little too cute. This brings back memories. Who the hell would wander around town at this hour? God, come on, Rean, let's go. It's a lovely idea, but I think I'd be worried about everyone staring at us if we did it outside. I think that kind of thing's best kept behind closed doors anyway. Did you overhear that? Well, we've only got one scarf, so we need to try to make do. Especially because it's too cold to be out without one. Still, maybe if we all hold hands, that would be enough to keep us warm. Come on, Kurt. That includes you. Poor Kurt. Poor Kurt. Dear, oh dear, Peter. Oh, what's going on here then? Hello? Rex and I have been running around town taking as many pictures as we can. It's just nice to see how happy everyone is. Not a frown to be found. Seeing everyone like this reminds me that smiles are what I wanted to capture most. Aw. Smiles are contagious. Just makes me happy to see people happy. And that's what I wanted to capture with my camera most of all. Smiling faces. Aw, that's sweet. Good evening. Lovely to see the town so vibrant again, isn't it? That it is. I take it you're here preparing for tomorrow instead of joining in the festivities. You got it. We're getting our high-speed vehicles prepped in Trista station as we speak. We've already got a team at work near Kirel too. Top of that, the 4th Division rolls out tomorrow morning. Get some rest tonight. Won't have the luxury for much longer, unfortunately. I will. That's enough serious talk for now. Tonight's supposed to be happy. Just make sure you rest up so you'll be in peak condition for tomorrow, alright? Alright. I made some delightful sweets for you, using every single bit of my love. Why don't we cuddle up on the bench over there and feed them to each other? Should you be so overtaken by your longing that we end up tangled in a romantic embrace, then so be it. No, please, anything but that. Come now, there's no need to be so shy. But that is one of the many things I love about you. Just makes me want to hug you tight and never ever let you go. Adios, please grant me escape from this mad woman. Goddess, never imagined that it would be possible, but she's even more fearsome than ever before. Perhaps the truest sign of the terror of war is that it's made her stronger. It's not the terror of war, Master Vincent. It's simply the power of love. Don't just stand there making pithy comments, Sarifa. Assist me, please. Please, let us calm ourselves and talk about this like reasonable people. You want me to go and talk somewhere more private? Oh my! I'd be happy to accompany you somewhere a little quieter. Oh, everything I do to calm the situation merely exasperates it. I'm afraid I've not yet discovered a way to control Lady Margarita when she gets like this. It appears you have no recourse but to attempt to pacify her yourself. May I suggest accepting her offer of a warm embrace and whispering sweet nothings in her ear as a starting point? No, you may not. Perhaps this is yet another sign that we're returning to normality. She enjoys this way too much. She does. But so do we. Would you like something warm to drink? Free of charge, of course, and courtesy of the merchants of Trista. It's a day of celebration, so that's all the more reason to make sure that you don't catch a cold. Town and Academy are like a flower bed in full bloom. Nothing but happiness as far as the eye can see. I doubt any of us will ever forget this day. It's really cold out tonight, so we're out here giving hot drinks to anyone who wants to warm up. It's so good to have everyone back. I really miss seeing all of you. Sorry, I always cry over stuff like this. I get so emotional at these things. What, soup and tea and coffee? Like, well, today's a happy day. No time for tears. Smile, Dolly, smile. Especially since nobody knows what might happen tomorrow. We should take the chance to be happy while we have it. Aww. Trista's finally seeming like it's back to the way it should be. It just isn't right unless it's all lively like this. And who do we owe that to? You students, of course. It's a little something from me. Oh, my God. Wow, there's a lot here and it's golden. Thank you so much. Sure thing. Make sure you all enjoy it. I'm giving every customer who walks in here tonight a freebie. Won't be a night to remember if we don't all pitch in, right? Right. It's so nice to finally be able to sit and enjoy a relaxing cup of Fred's tea again. But who knows how long I'll be able to. There's no telling what tomorrow may bring, so we should enjoy what we can while we can. So the time to fight for Heimdall is nearly upon us. Suppose I should enjoy these last moments of relaxation while I can. Indeed. Still low res texture on this thing, and still some Calvert spies in front of the door. Great. I was so glad to see that all of the students who stayed at the academy are doing well. I'm still a little disappointed we couldn't invite Instructor Nightheart to this little gathering, though. Yeah, he probably has his hands too full preparing for tomorrow's battle to be sitting around here. Hope he's going to be alright. Worry not. I'd honestly be more concerned for the safety of his enemies. I'm sure he'll be back here in no time, arguing with Instructor Sarah like a couple of lovers who can't admit their true feelings for one another. Thomas, you ass, I heard that. When this war is finally over, I'll have to be sure to invite Instructor Nightheart out for drinks again. Naturally, you're always welcome to join us for some fine fraternal bonding, Rean. Think I could swing it? As long as you don't try to spike my drink or anything. Evening, Rean. Out for a little stroll to see what everyone's up to? Yeah. Because I shouldn't be surprised you're passing the time with your good friend Mr. Booze. Well, the plan was to have a little get-together with all the instructors to celebrate finally being back. But the only ones who've shown so far are me and these two. Not exactly my first choice for drinking buddies. You better not be mocking me to one of your stoves to try to Valentine? Sarah. Why, come and join us, Rean. There's a seat right here, and the libations are flowing fast and free. No, it's alright. I wouldn't want it to intrude. Sat down, it'll all be over. I'd never escape. I wish the other instructors would hurry it up. Not sure how much longer I can suffer this company. I'd have been better off just getting sloshed by myself at the counter. You could be a gentleman and score some brownie points with your poor teacher, Rean. How about giving me an excuse to blow this joint? What do you mean? Well, I'm sure not having any fun sitting around here. My chances of getting drunk are plummeting by the minute. So given the choice, I'd much rather kick back and relax over at the dorm with you. What do you say? Nah, you're on your leave for hanging. Alas, such is life. I'll just have to grin and bear it then. Hopefully Instructor Mary will show up soon. Still, if you have a change of heart, want to heroically rescue your favorite teacher, you know where to find me. Why, do you know where Nightheart is? Wait, could those books be... What chances that a complete Gambler Jack 2 collection? Yeah, but, I knew it. So, have you read it already? What do you think of it? Interesting? I guess. Wasn't really in the mood for a story set in Calvert, but other than that, it was fine. Why do you ask? You a fan? How dare you imply I'd have an interest in mass market rubbish like that? And set in enemy country, no less? No, I must be so quick to judge. Risha Mao gave the series a wholehearted recommendation in an interview, so there must be something of worth in those pages. Risha Mao, the cross-bellin performer? Ah, yes, I'd nearly forgotten about his celebrity crush. I'm glad to see you haven't forgotten her name. That's good, very good. The recommendation spurred within me an infinitesimal interest in these books. But finding them has posed quite a challenge. Finally managed to acquire copies of the original and read them cover to cover, but the sequel continues to escape my grasp. That's a shame. He's eyeing these books like a starving animal. Maybe I should just give them to him. Nah, bye. If you really want them, I'd be happy to give you my copies. Are you sure? Of course, I've already read them. Not exactly chomping at the bit to read them again. Well, if you insist. Suppose it would be rude of me to refuse an offer from a student. Very well, I will take your extra literature off your hands. I think that's probably a heartfelt thank you in Heinrich speak. I should give you something in return, though, shouldn't I? Very well. I have this on me. Simone, you know, I can't believe it. If you don't mind me asking, how did you end up with this? It's an antique that was passed down in my family for generations. It's hardly valuable enough for me to call it an heirloom, and I've never thought of it as anything more than an odd stone. But I hear, however, in the right hands it can be used to customize weapons. It's not doing any good in my possession, obviously. It might do well in yours. Well, if you're so sure. Thank you very much. We'll make sure to put it to proper use. Glad to hear it. As for these books, I suppose I'll read them after you succeed in your operation tomorrow. Make sure that you come back safely. Not for my reading pleasure alone. We will. You and your classmates are truly incorrigible. Irresponsible. Did you never at any point even think what might have happened if you'd gotten hurt staging an operation like that? Well, yeah, but has he even had that much to drink? He's talking like he's got started this morning. What's worse, has he ever corrupted in the other classes? Class 7 and been cocked up. The upper class students of the academy never would base themselves by telling something so insane. Absolutely never. You can hear me, Instructor Stein. All this is your fault. I hope you know. Oh, come on. Can't blame me for every little thing that happens at the academy, can you? It's just been one thing after another. So I suppose I should be happy that all of the students have returned safely. Yes, I suppose you should. No one in there? Expected someone, you know. Oh, very well. Really? I haven't gazed upon this wonderful, wonderful board in a very long time. There really aren't as many submissions as there were during the peak Misty period, but that's no surprise. It's heartwarming to see how there still are, though. Radio Trista's diehard fans clearly haven't turned away from it. It's making me a little emotional. Yeah, I believe the time has come. The time for radio, alias Passion Boy, make his glorious return to the airwaves. Alright then. Passion Boy. Oh, hello. Really glad you were able to take this town back from the Alliance. Nice work. We're cooking up a special broadcast for tonight about everything that happened here. You're all gonna be famous. I actually kind of prefer it if you guys didn't make too much of a big deal out of our involvement in all of this. Too late. To having the truth silenced by the army for so long. The director's desperate to broadcast it now. His attention is starting to shift to the Battle for Heimdall tomorrow, though. He's got his heart set on broadcasting it all live, so he's running around doing the preparation to make that happen. Really? It's an interesting idea. Can't imagine most places in the country have a clear idea of what's going on. Getting accurate, unbiased information to as many people as possible could even have an impact on the war's outcome. That's his theory. Tomorrow's going to be one heck of a day, that's for sure. Ever since the Alliance took over, our broadcasts have been heavily restricted. But now the director's all fired up about using the radio to spread the truth. Who can say how much will actually influence the war, but tomorrow should be one heck of a day. Oh my. Voices can be heard from the other side of the glass. Alright, that does it for the script. Still, we're doing this thing live. The guys doing the recording need to be ready for anything. Right. We're ready to go here too. If you don't mind me asking, how close to the action are we gonna get? What do you think, as close as we can? It's actually fired up in there. It doesn't do anything too risky. Okay, people, let's get those final checks done. Get our narrator on standby too. Tomorrow is going to be a really important day for all of us. Alright, so... should just be Valimar now. Yes.
Hey, Valimar.
Hello, Rean.
I came to see how you're holding up. Sure was a surprise when you offered, but thanks for volunteering to serve as a lookout.
Not a problem. Perhaps you and your friends have influenced me to some degree. Each and every one of you have come a long way to take this place back. I simply wish for you to be able to dedicate this evening to celebrating that achievement.
Aw, you're a big sweetie.
Thanks. You know, looking back, I never figured the day would come when I'd be able to have a natural conversation with you like this. You've changed a lot in that regard. You've gone from sounding mechanical to dignified, I suppose.
I've been working to gradually recover my memories over time. And while still fragmented, I am now able to recollect specific memories from my past.
Really? Does that mean you remember some of what happened before you went to sleep in the old schoolhouse?
Correct. I went to sleep 250 years, 128 days ago. And my previous awakener was a man known as Drykel's Rysay Arner.
Wow. So it really was Drykel's, huh? I had my suspicions when I saw that memory in the last shrine, but I didn't want to assume.
I believe you resonated with the memories that reside within the proving grounds.
Yes. And again, I don't believe that's to do with the fact he has Valimar. Again, I won't go into too much detail because that would go into spoiler territory.
Drykel's visited the spirit shrines as you did. In each one, he obtained the same ore with which to forge his weapon, advanced upon the same capital, and it was there, with many allies at his side, that he laid the war to rest in one final confrontation.
It's kind of eerie how similar our paths are, but it makes me feel a little self-conscious too, in a way. I doubt we're doing all this half as well as he did. What kind of person was he, anyway?
He was an open-minded, composed, and driven man, full of bravery and daring, and in some ways, an enigma. Yet for those he met, he was ever kind and merciful. He had dignity in measure with his stature, and still at times, one could see in his eyes the glimmer of a child's.
He was really something, wasn't he? Hearing you talk about him, I don't know if I could be anything like he was. But maybe if I were, I'd be able to do more for everyone.
There is little need in striving to be something you are not.
Huh?
Since my awakening, I have watched over you. I have seen you grow as a person. Drykel's found success in playing to his strengths. You, though different, possess strengths no less great. Just as he attracted his own supporters, so too have you gained those who would choose to stand by your side and no other. Take pride in those who become your sword, for not even kings can buy the loyalty you have earned.
Thanks, Valimar. You're right. I should focus on improving myself as I am, rather than try to become someone I'm not. Seeing as how I'm fighting for my future and to bring home my friend, it wouldn't make sense to be anyone else, really. Oh, yeah. It sounds like the Tachi will be done by morning. So if you're up for it, I think we should test it out tomorrow. I'll be counting on you, Valimar.
I shall do all within my power.
I think that's when one of my theories the first time around jumped into my head, but now it's very much that idea of like, it still feels like part of something. There's more being said there than is obvious first time around or even second time around. There's probably more there than I realized, and probably that's to probably people in like Cold Steel 4 and stuff like that that have that information. Maybe Hajimari as well and all that type of stuff. Like, it's just yeah. That's what I love about this series. It's just, you can go back through and it's just, there's more and more. Well, I promised I'd meet Towa here. Should I head inside and wait already, though? I think I'm here kind of early. Just get in there. Return to the dormitory and talking to your chosen character will cause the main story to advance. Enter the dormitory. Just get in there, Rean. Class 7 dormitory.
Thanks for inviting me here, Rean.
And thank you for coming by. Guess you're all done with work?
Yep, the other student council members said they don't mind splitting what's left between themselves. I wanted to stay longer, but it was hard for me to say no after they insisted I take the rest of the night off.
Can't blame them there. You've always been a workaholic.
Sure is nice being back in here. I mean, I never lived with you guys, but I would drop by all the time to deliver your requests on free days.
And you always had to do it so early in the morning, too. I can't count how many times you went out of your way for me. Well, while we're here, how about I give you a tour? I'm curious how things are upstairs, too.
Why not?
Bit forward of you there, Rean. Would you like to see my bedroom? Hold on a minute, Rean. Hold on.
So, that was the room Crow lived in for the 2.5 months he was here, huh? He lived with the rest of us in our dorm before that, but he seemed to have way more fun with all of you. I was a little jealous of him, to be honest.
Really?
If Crow was going to come back anywhere in Trista, it'd be here. What with how it connects all of you, and even me, Angie, and George, I doubt there's anywhere in Erebonia he'd rather be.
Yeah, you're right. I doubt he feels like he belongs while he's with the Alliance anyway. Which is why I fully intend to honor my promise to drag him back here.
And I can't wait to see him graduate. It really is amazing just how dependable you've become. When I first met you, I had no idea I would end up relying on you so much. Even after, I never thought you could handle it all.
I suppose we both had weird first impressions of each other, didn't we? I'm not proud of it, but I totally didn't believe you were a second year when we first met. That being said, you were quick to prove me wrong. You're so capable and reliable.
Thanks. But there's something I want you to remember, Rean.
Like?
I really do think you're amazing. And not just because of all you did at the Academy. You were chosen by Valimar. And you've gone through all kinds of scary experiences as a result. You've made a difference to the lives of so many. And you're surrounded by people who see you as their leader. But no matter what happens, no matter what you're up against, I don't want you to forget that you're only human like the rest of us. I don't really believe there are natural-born heroes out there who are superior to everyone else. And I don't think you're an exception. So don't feel like you have to shoulder everyone's problems by yourself. We're all here with you if you need us. There's no shame in asking for help or relying on others if you need to, okay?
Wow, thank you for saying that. Really, talking to you gives me a sense of ease in a way nothing else can. You're always willing to accept people for who they are, strengths, flaws, and all.
I don't know about that.
It was only because you were there to support me that I was able to start accepting myself for who I really am. That I was able to try and keep moving forward as I am instead of losing faith in myself. So, thank you for everything.
I'm happy to hear you say that. It's weird. Now more than ever, I feel so glad I was able to become Thor's student council president. If I hadn't, I might have never met you. And I doubt I would have ever started feeling like this.
Like?
Rean, can you kneel down for a minute?
Huh? Like this?
Is he proposing?
Don't worry. I'm sure everything will work out just fine. We might not be heroes, but that's all the more reason we'll see this through to the end without giving up. And we'll do it without losing a single one of us along the way.
Right.
I love Towa so much. She's just such a good character. Oh, it's snowing. It's been snowing today, by the way. It's been crazy. Or yesterday, from your point of view. Your bond with Towa strengthened. Yay. Oh. Cheer.